It's another hot day today. It is currently 89 degrees according to this thermometer. It is 92 degrees according to this thermometer. And it is 87 according to this thermometer. Here's where the thermometers reside. This is the first unit, and the temperature is in here. It has this baffle thing over there which is supposed to keep the sun off the temperature and humidity. And this is the second one, and on this one the temperature I believe is in there, and then there's a fan which is solar power, which is supposed to draw air through there and keep the temperature accurate. I can't tell if it's working or not. I don't hear it. It's probably busted. These things don't last very long. But so there's that one, and then the third one is over here. Oh boy. Alright, we've got a thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm watch. So the third thermometer is over here, and this also has the baffle thing on there. So since this one and the other one with the baffle are reading about the same, I would say these are probably more accurate. That one, I'm going to have to open up that sensor and see if the fan is busted. It probably is. Been out there for almost 2 years now. It's definitely hot out today, but it's not anything crazy. To me, this is just a typical warm summer day, especially now that the humidity has cut down. It's actually kind of, I think it's nice out. I ate lunch over here under the trees, and with a little bit of breeze, to me it's perfectly pleasant. I'm watering the grass like crazy, and it's working. The one is staying nice and green, and it's turning brown over there. Whole yard still looks really nice this year. Got this big Whirlpool going. Something on here is vibrating a little bit. I can't quite tell what it is. It's warm, but it's not crazy. Much hotter on this side. I got a pollinator over here. These are black-eyed Susan's flowers that came from my grandparents' house, and they're doing very well here. Rhododendron's looking a little wilty. I'll have to water that soon. Yeah, the soil's getting kind of dry over here. Got this tree, I forget what this is called, but it's doing good. And we have this blue spruce, which is also doing well. It perked up real good this spring. It filled in nicely. pretty sunny still. It rained a little bit this morning. It was kind of hazy. I'm not sure if we're ever going to get those thunderstorms or not. I might wait a little while on the watering to see if it'll thunderstorm. You got the succulent garden going pretty good too. Everything's growing nicely this year. We got peppers, a lot of blossoms. We got tomatoes coming on and cucumbers. This is a little wilty. It's normal. As soon as the evening comes, it'll come back. This sits in full sun up until about an hour ago. That's looking nice. We got the tiger lilies coming up over here. I mean, it's hot out, but it's not anything crazy. To me, this is just a nice, warm summer day. Now, weather forecast is good, and it saves lives having the warning about the tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff, but there's a lot of dramatization that goes on. And that's not helpful, because dramatization is a lie. It's 87 in here, it's very dry, and I was sitting over here before with that fan on. Totally comfortable for me. Some more tomatoes, lots of beans. Beans are doing real good so far. I've been getting 5 to 10 beans per day out of this. These cucumbers are not working. I don't know why. This has produced a good number of beans, but then it burns out and it gets taller. I don't know what's going on with this. Got some peppers and a bunch of strawberries, which are kind of late. Strawberries should be wrapping up by now. We could use some rain. It's really low. Water level is very low. Ground is very dry. I'm not sure if we're necessarily in a drought right now, but the rain for this month has been pretty much non-existent. But I've been keeping the grass good. Got more strawberries over here. Some ivy, and these are vinca vines that came back from last year. Hose reel is working good, sans that stupid sticky mess. You know, something really odd happened with this hose reel. And not the hose reel, the hose itself. The hose itself has gotten longer. Another nest formed under here. I don't see anything in there yet. It just appeared within the last week. Huh, it shrunk up again. What the heck? Yesterday, the hose was like down to here in some parts. That's really weird. These will make it. These are doing much better over here in the sun. This thing is going out of control. I've never seen one of these get this big. It's about to bloom soon. Raspberries, gotta plant those. Now you got some raspberries this year. Corn's doing good. Blueberry bushes were planted. Gotta prune those. At some point I gotta look up and see what time those should be pruned. Here's the Whirlpool from the inside. The registers work like the GE Super Thrust, so I've got one of them shut. And you can feel a decent amount of air all the way across the room. I don't know what that rattling is. That developed today. It's not like that yesterday. I can't seem to get it to go away. It doesn't seem like it's the front cover or anything like that. It's dehumidifying properly. It was about, I think, 58% before I turned it on, and it's brought it down considerably. It's still 74 because I used the vehicle earlier this morning and brought it in the garage afterwards, so all that heat came into the garage. So it's taken some time to move all that heat out of here. But it's working very nicely. And the power information, it's drawing 11.42 amps out of the allowed 12, which, considering how hot it is today, it's 87 according to the thermometer in here. Yeah, it's going to be drawn up there. 14,000 BTU is a lot of power to get out of a 15 amp 120 circuit. (1,306 watts). Power factor 0.97. A powerful machine. It works great. The humidity is creeping up. I just shut the windows. I'll put the conditioner on for a few minutes just to bring it down to 80 for now. Starting to look pretty ominous out there. Potentially not good. It's only been a few minutes, already down to 83 over 44. Very comfortable. Excellent piece of equipment. I had to go to the bank this morning, and on the way back home I stopped at the Well and did a couple dumpster dives. We'll take a look at the stuff from the dumpster in a moment. But before that, I want to show something I saw at the Goodwill. I didn't get it because I just don't really have any need or use for it. Not that that's ever stopped me in the past, but I didn't have my camera, so I just took the pictures with my cell phone, which is not an iPhone. I don't need that. Anyway, so this is a pre-lit pine tree Christmas decoration product. It is branded Great Value, so it would have been sold at Walmart. Great Value is the Walmart store brand. And it's a 4.5 foot pre-lit tree. Is sold for $19. I would guess this is likely a product of the early to mid 2000s. It seems fairly ordinary until we get down to the bottom where it shows the specifications. It says low lead Christmas tree. Christmas with a lowercase c. 308 tips with 100 clear color lights. Low lead. So this must have been a product of the early to mid 2000s. I remember sometime in the, I think it was the early 2000s, there was one Christmas where my grandmother had a LED hysteria Christmas. I believe what happened was some kind of lawsuits were filed around the millennium regarding Prop 65 labels on cords. And from what I understand, there was a settlement in 2003 which required, I don't know if it was additional labeling or different types of labeling, something about the labels on the products. And I think that kind of sent a wave of awareness across the country. And my grandmother caught wind of it, and she was hysterical about the Christmas decorations. Don't touch that window candle. Don't put that wire. Put gloves on. Get away from that string of lights. I mean, it was crazy. I remember it to this day. That's how crazy it was. And then, of course, it blew over like it was nothing a couple years later. But I just thought it was funny to see this is low lead, because it reminded me of that Christmas. Plus, how poisonous this tree must actually be. Low lead. Well, what about, where's the regular model with high amounts of lead? Ugh, not good. That Christmas tree probably made of poison. Wow, it's looking really bad out there now. I should switch to the other camera. This one does not show it that good. There we go, that's much better. This camera captures the certain things so much better than the other one does. There's some pretty dark clouds. It's getting pretty dark in the yard too. It's only about 6 o'clock. Should be full brightness still. Wow. Not good. Now, these kind of storms are not helpful because the ground is so dry that the water is not going to soak into the ground. It's just going to roll off and do like a flash flood kind of thing into all the drains. Wow, those are some dark clouds. Look at this, it's like dark in here. Like nighttime darkness. Look at the kitchen. You can't even see anything in the kitchen. This is really dark for 6 o'clock. I'm gonna turn the street lights on. See if they stay on. The back one probably stay on, it's so dark. it's not working because it's not plugged in because the air conditioner is plugged in, which I guess I should shut off if we're going to have an electrical storm now. I'm going to have to shut that umbrella first. Well, that was close. I was about 30 seconds too late before it started pouring rain. But that's fine. I got the umbrella in, and I got the 2 plants off the deck that'll blow over. Okay, now we'll go. I guess we'll go down through the downstairs because now it's pouring rain. What? Where's that water coming from? Must be some kind of condensation on the inside, I guess. No, that's kind of weird. I guess we'll see if this leaks. This is the first time it's rained since I've installed this. I don't see any reason why it would leak, but it would not be the first time something unforeseeable happens. Stinking register just got all screwed up here. Okay. And this is the street lights, which I'm going to take that off of there for now. And then I should turn on the street lights. Now it's coming down pretty good now. I should have left that stinking umbrella up. I like to sit out in the rain. Should have left it up until the thunder started. Maybe I'll go put it back up. This air conditioner is still on. It's the Arctic Queen. I'm going to leave it on. If there's a brownout, there's a brownout. Whoop-de-doo. The little Queen Gang compressor will stall out when we come back on later. This I do not want coming on during the storm. Nah, I guess it's too windy out anyways. The rain is coming down not completely vertical, it's a little bit angled. There goes the street light. Oh, I'm glad I waited to water the grass because now I don't have to. Wow. That's insane. Jeez, that's loud. That's outrageous. reset up the umbrella. Of course, now the table's all wet, so I had to dry it off. The table is covered in pollen. The rain's letting up considerably now. I like to sit out in the rain and eat cherries. So that's what I'm going to do for now, as long as it doesn't start thundering. Well, that was short-lived. I ate one cherry, didn't even get through it yet, and it just started pouring thunder. It started sounding thunder. I don't even know what the verb is. I guess thundering itself is the verb. So that's it. I can't do that anymore. I'll just eat the cherries inside. The chimney's leaking pretty bad again. It does this very, very intermittently. It'll leak once every couple months. I just need to retire it, but I hate that task because I hate going on a roof. Just come in the corner of the box here. And it's annoying, but it's not really a big deal. Now I can't believe it started thundering within 3 seconds of me going outside. That's kind of messed up. I just came into the garage to show the lights, and I discovered that the garage flooded when it rained. So now there's water all over the floor. So I'll get that cleaned up. I'm calling this a flood, but it's really not a flood. It's really just some water on the floor. But I'll get that dried up. It's not a big deal. Alright, so now for the lighting apparatus that I found today. Now this stuff was all thrown in the dumpster, so who knows what kind of condition the stuff was in before or after it got buried in junk and whatever. So we have, this is a very interesting fixture. This is a metal halide bulb with two fluorescent like PL style tubes in there and a FEN. And this looks like it was dumped in the ocean or something. And by some miracle I found the ballast for it as well. It's upside down. It's a Custom Sea Life. Oh, there we go. It was in the sea. Custom Sea Life 175 watts metal halide ballast. It's a good power factor, 1.8 amps. And it looks like it's from 8/05 of 1999. And it's got the power switch. Hopefully this still works. I have no idea if this still works. I will not disclose where this came from, but I have gotten quite a good amount of things from this particular dumpster. Quite often I find good working equipment in there. It's a very wasteful area. So that's one light. I found 2 incandescent bulbs in the dumpster which look to have good filaments. The filament does not appear to be broken, either one of these. So I think that these just might work. And then we have this. There was a bunch of these. It's all glass aquarium incorporated 40-watt fluorescent tube. I'm guessing it's a preheat because there's a igniter there. This was the only one that had the tube in it still. There was a bunch of these. I just don't know what I would do with them. That's why I only grabbed one of them. I don't know how old these are. Maybe I should have grabbed the rest of them. We're kind of getting to the point where anything fluorescent should probably be saved. I don't see any kind of date code or anything on here. There's no hanging apparatus, so this would not easily go on a ceiling or something, though I suppose we could probably attach something without too much difficulty. And then lastly, which almost got wet, we have a high pressure sodium grow light, which would take 2 Mogul base 400 watt high pressure sodium bulbs, which unfortunately were not there. All the fluorescent tubes were there though. Unbelievable. Mercury. This is the ballast. I also found the ballast for this one, and it looks like it can be used with a couple different models. Surprisingly, this is only a 120. I thought this might be a 240 type apparatus. So this takes 2 400 watts, HPS 400, which is probably just whatever manufacturer this is, part number, sunlight supply. Now that says 3.8 amps, but I would have expected it to be, oh, use metal halide. Maybe this is not high pressure sodium. Oh shoot, if this is metal halide I should have grabbed all of them. Let's see which model it is. There was at least 2 of these in there that I could see were complete. And I only grabbed the one because, you know, sodium is, as much as I love the sodium for outdoors, the color rendering is so poor that it's not really that great for indoor, indoor general purpose illumination. So this is model S400 and M400, and the plugs. This is very confusing to me. The plugs. We have two different plugs here. I don't understand that. So the M400 and the S400. M400 doesn't say. Well, this is confusing. I'm going to have to try to find the data sheet or something for this. I don't want to hook it up the wrong way. Made in China. Ooh. I wish the bulbs would have come with it, then we would know what it's set up for. This doesn't have a data sheet on it anywhere that I can see. No, I don't see a data sheet. Yeah, no, this is kind of weird. It seems like it could do either one, but there should be some kind of way to set it up for one or the other, I would think. It would almost seem like you connect one model here and one model there, but it's a dual bulb fixture and the plugs are the same, so I don't see what the difference would be. I don't know. I'll have to find the data sheet, or maybe if somebody knows. If you don't know, don't just guess, because that's not helpful, because I'm guessing too. I need actual information here. Is Sunlight Supply Incorporated. This is all just about the timer. So that's that. Well, if that could take a metal halide, I might go back and grab the other one, because then I could use it for general purpose illumination, like here in the garage or something, or under the deck. I suppose that as long as the ballast is kept inside, I could just paint the fixture in some kind of like Rust-Oleum paint or something, and then use it under the deck maybe. I'm working on projects at night. I don't know. I got to figure out what this is first. So if anybody knows, let me know so I can figure that out. I wish there was more of these, because these I would have grabbed as many as there were, because I could use these pretty easily on the ceiling. The metal halide is very good for general illumination. I set up some D-ends here in the garage to dry out the floor. And we got the dehumidifiers going. And I have this air conditioner on low. It's 76/47. This is not bad in the summer. It's manageable because the temperature is high enough that the dehumidifiers are going to work good. It's a problem in the winter when it's like 60 to 65 degrees and the dehumidifiers don't want to work because it's too cold. This is the type of weather that I really don't like. 72/88 at almost 11 o'clock at night. That's just so uncomfortable. I much prefer to open the windows as opposed to using all the air conditioners all the time. I don't mind them during the day, but at night I just don't like them. It's too noisy, and I like to hear the sounds of the summer outside. I just want to have the windows open. It's just too uncomfortable. So here we go. Turn on the air conditioners again. At least we have these old ones that sound nice. I want to put the bedroom one on too, because if I don't put it on and get the bedroom at least down to like 60 something degrees, by the time I wake up it'll be 80. because I don't run it while I sleep. I don't like to hear all the noise while I'm sleeping, although this one is pretty quiet. So I tend to cool it off down to like 72 or so, and then I shut it off before I go to sleep. Right now is 75, which is fine, but by the time the morning comes it'll be 80. So we got to get it a little bit lower to start.